Yo, what's going on, folks? Anthony Armstrong here. Guys, I got the numbers from July. We're going to take a look and see what's going on in this real estate market. There's been a lot of talk about things slowing down, our prices changing. So where are we at? Let's go ahead and take a look in this market. All right, I got it on the 1 year, going by a monthly average sales price. That's my favorite. I think it gives you the best idea of what's really going on in this market. So if we go to June 2021, you can see in Collin County, you're at 507. You go down to 503. Frisco, you are from 637 down to 624, and McKinney, you go from 486 to 484. I'm going to add the entire MLS to this. That one is the blue line at the bottom. Guys, it's at 418 in June, and it goes down to 408 in July. So what this is the very first time that this market has actually had a decline in average sales price in 2021 in relation to the entire MLS. Now, Frisco obviously is kind of shot up, and it went down, and it's kind of been making its way down over the past 4 months or so, back since April. But you see McKinney still had that. They kind of went up, and then over the past 3 months things have been kind of leveling out. This is way back behind my head. You can't see January 2020, the entire MLS was just above 300,000 average sales price, and then as you can see now, it's at over 400,000 average sales price, 408 compared to like 302 is what it was back then. But let's take a look at what the percent of the original sales price is. So we already know in January of 2021 you were getting just below your ask price, but then everything has kind of went up parabolic, and in June it peaked out about 107.7 in McKinney. And then McKinney is at 107% now. So those numbers are still coming in the same. Yeah, some areas you do see them kind of trickle down a little bit, but it's going to tie into a few of the things that we have going on in this market. So as we look at month supply, the month supply are the homes that are available on the market. All right, and my understanding is that this one is so yeah, I just was like, let me go look this up. So just so we're all on the same page, the month supply, like I said, that's the active inventory versus the last 12 months, basically the absorption rate. How long is it going to take to sell out? Homes for sale, that's the number of properties available for sale in the active status at the end of a given month. Right, so what's left over? New listings is the count of the properties that have been newly listed on the market in a given month. So you may have 400 new listings, and then at the end you have way less for sale. So hopefully that clarifies some things, because it sure as hell fixed them for me. Include homes that end up coming back to active status. More on that a little bit later. But in June, you were looking at all areas, Frisco, McKinney, the entire MLS, Collin County, we're right around a month. If we take away the entire MLS in this instance, everything is right around a month. Then now everything's up to about 1.2 months. So that could tie into a couple of different things. Here is one of them. This article right here, guys, bidding war winners are getting cold feet. The gist of this is that a lot of these home buyers, they're doing what they have to do. They're going all out to get the homes under contract. So maybe they're offering just well above and beyond what they would be comfortable to do, but they just want to do it so they can get into a house. Well, as the process goes on, weeks go by, they've maybe had their home inspection done, maybe the appraisals come back, they start crunching numbers, and they're having a little bit of buyer's remorse. They're saying, maybe we don't want to buy this house, and they're getting cold feet and backing out of the contract. It could be in their option period, it could be due to some sort of appraisal. Maybe they're just saying, you know what, we're going to just lose the earnest money and let's just get out of this deal. So that's happening. Those homes are coming back on the market. Personally, I think that is something that could add to the inventory of homes hitting the market. There's a new listings tab right here. That kind of changes some things. Frankly, I haven't dug enough into the new listings to see exactly what that is in comparison to what's going on with the with the month supply. If you look at homes for sale, here's the one. The entire MLS has went from 1,300 to 1,900 homes for sale. June had 277 homes for sale. McKinney had 285. Then in July, McKinney had 413, and Frisco had 370. So a large jump in the amount of homes for sale. That's a big thing. That's a good thing. More homes on the market means you're going to have more options for buyers. And there's one thing that we look at next, pending sales. From June to July, the Collin County, Frisco, and McKinney have all had declining pending sales. Now, you've seen those reports going around as well, saying that the home sales are down, contracts are down. I think it ties into a couple of different things. I'll give you my opinion after we take a look at this article here. There are fewer contract signings. They could signal a market turn. This is information that's coming from the National Association of Realtors Pending Home Sales Index. It is a forward-looking indicator of home sales based on contract signings, edged down by nearly 2% in June and also was down by 2% compared to a year ago. Lawrence Yoon, he's NAR's chief economist. He says pending home sales have seesawed since January, indicating a turning point for the market. But buyers are still interested and want to own a home, but record high home prices are causing some to retreat. Now, if you're looking at, if we go back to the sales price, what is the one thing, what have we kind of noticed over the past few months? I've said that it's been kind of hitting a ceiling of sorts. It's been plateauing, and now you see it going down a little bit in a few different areas. But the average sales price is still staying relatively the same. Obviously, we'll have to go through August to see what that looks like and see if we're going to continue, if it continues down, or does this level out and this end up being the new norm of what you can expect to get in relation to prices. But with the month supply increasing, you're gonna expect more buyers to be able to get in there. Home loan interest rates, mortgage rates are still low, but they are expected to go up. So let's move back over here. It's at the bottom. The higher overall home prices may be more difficult for home shoppers to handle in the coming months, as mortgage rates are largely predicted to rise toward the end of the year. The rise will soften and cool price appreciation, Yoon adds. He predicts the 30-year fixed rate mortgage to increase to 3.3%. Lord, don't increase by 3.3. By the end of the year, an average 3.6% in 2022. Meanwhile, home sellers continue to get richer. In the last year, increasing home prices have translated into substantial wealth gain of $45,000 for a typical homeowner. These gains are expected to moderate around $10,000 to $20,000 over the next year. So that kind of ties in to this shape, percent of original price. It's like this shape here. Things kind of peaked out over here. And the way they're speaking is that over time, that's going to slowly trickle its way down. And just that, the average homeowner isn't going to be able to take home as much. I think that ties into a couple of different things. I think you have to start looking into where is the home priced, the condition of the home. There's a few things that sell the house. Physically, you got the location of the house. If they want to live there, they're going to live there. The pricing makes sense. I mean, you can sell a house for whatever. We price it low enough, I can get you all types of offers. So we want to make sure you price it fairly rather than trying to chase a price or get a deal. Frankly, you do what you do. Listen to your realtor, whatever advice you'd like to go with. Obviously, the condition of the home is another one. I think in here, and I think what also ties into this buyer's remorse is that people are doing what they take to get a house, and then they find out that the house that they're going after, maybe it's not what they thought it was. So they tend to back off of it, and then they're like, I don't want to buy this house. This house isn't in good condition. So the homes that are going to get the most action are the ones that actually are in pretty good condition. Now I want to dive into the MLS right here. I'm going to refresh this. We're going to do this brand new, fresh and live. Okay, so we're good. I got whole new numbers because more information is coming in. What this is a hot list, okay? A hot list of homes in the past 7 days that have sold in the Frisco and McKinney area. I want to bring your attention to current price and original list price. We can also pay attention to cumulative days on market, right? So what this information is going to tell us is what's really going on in the market. Now I'm going to assume if everything closes 30 to 45 days, most of these homes went under contract either at the end of June, beginning of July. Probably some of the data, and they've actually closed in the end of July. So these should be some of the homes that are showing up on like the pending sales and things of that nature. All right. So these should be some of those homes. Let me go back. There we are. All right. So just so we get an idea of what the market was looking like for these homes, I'm just going to see which of these and how many of these out of this selection of 25 were below list price. All right, so just scanning through, you got 395 to 450, 435, 450, 395 to 449, 475 to 445. That was below. 365 to 439, 419, 438. This one was down 49 there. 399, 436. That one there, even, above, below, above, below, well below. All right, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey Google, what is 6 divided by 25? 0.24, so about 24%. 24% of the homes out of this selection are coming in below list price. One thing that's common between all of them, minus this one, 16 days, 18 days, you got 7, 51, 10, and 10. Those are how long those homes have sat on the market. If we go back and take a look at days on market, your average, your median days on market is about 5. The average is around 10 to 11. So that kind of falls in line with the average. I think on days on market, I like median better. But if you look at this, the ones that have sold above list price, at or above, 5, 7, 5, 2, there's a 19, 7, 5, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 4, 10, 5, 9, and a 1. So you have 2 in double digits in comparison to 5 out of 6 in double digits, okay? So obviously there was something up with the condition, something up with the price, something was going on with the house that people were like, I don't want to pay that much. And it's reflected there. So without going into the details on each of these specific addresses, you can see that there was something that made this particular home sell for this price. And it is what it is, but this helps you kind of get a temperature of the market. If you're still looking, you got to expect that you're going to see multiple offer situations. Now, one of the things that I think actually affects some of these statistics right now, especially the one about fewer homes going under contract, I think we've lost a lot of buyers. People have been tired. You saw the bidding war article. People are tired of having to fight for homes. But generally, people will look for homes for 3 to 6 months. That's how far they give themselves to start that process. 6 months is about the earliest. I've had some people reach out a year in advance, but there's really not much for them to do at that point. Rather, they could talk to a lender, but they're just going to have a checklist of things to do, and they really aren't going to start to get active again until 6 months. So if you work backwards from your lease, generally you're going to have a 30 to 60 day notice to give. 60 days is generally the max. So if you go from 60 days, if we're in a normal neutral market, you could wait until you're about 30 days out to go and find the house. But in this market, you got to get started early. So if you add a couple of months to the top of that, your 90 days is now 4 months. It's 5 months, 6 months of time. So people that were starting to search in January and February have made their way through this entire spring and halfway through summer, and they've decided, I'm good. I'm going to back out. The prices are too high. I don't want to pay that much for that house. Because you've seen homes, the $250,000 house from December is now that $300,000 house. And then if somebody actually put a little love into it, there looks like the market is going to show that they're going to get probably $335,000 or more. So you have to make sure you understand what's going on in the market. And I hope this information has been good for you. If you want to have a conversation in real estate, feel free to reach out to me. And guys, I will see you at the closing table.